Once your US visa medicals is confirmed, you would receive a confirmation email. So please watch this video to the end so that you would avoid unnecessary delays during your visa medicals. In this video, I'll be telling you about the required documents that you need to submit, the required vaccination, the validity, the cost, and what to expect on the day of your appointment. Everyone, my name is Uche Agor. In this channel, I share information that help nurses and I share immigration updates. If you find this video valuable, please give it a big thumbs up, okay? So without wasting much of your time, let us dive into the required document. The first document that you need for your USA visa medicals is your international passports. Now, every member of the family has to bring their own document for that appointment. So your international passport has to be valid and has to be in date. They will not accept any other means of identification during the course of your interview. The next document that you need to bring during the course of your USA visa medicals is 4x passport style photograph. If you're using it for the US visa application, it will be a US sized. However, they would probably take maybe 1 or 2 passports photographs from you. The next thing is your police certificate, whichever country you are. If you're in the UK, it's going to be an accurate police certificate which has to be dated within 24 months. And anyone above the age of 16 would need a police certificate. So if you've lived in Nigeria or you've lived in the UK, you need to provide dual police certificates. Next document that you would need would be your confirmation letter of your interview. That means your interview letter. You need to print out your interview letter. You need to also bring with you your DS-260 form, which would preferably be the original form, okay? And then you need to bring your vaccination records. Please, your vaccination record has to be valid. What do I mean by valid? It has to be from your doctor or your GP if that is where you are. It has to be from your GP. So if you go to your GP, you tell them that you need your medical records, they would print that out for you. So once you have your medical records, you need to have your vaccinations up to date. However, if you don't have it up to date, when you get to your visa medicals, you will have an opportunity to discuss your vaccination requirements with a nurse at the time of your medicals. And most of the times, people have said that they offer vaccines on that day. You would just need to pay for it. You can refer to their website to find out how much is the price of a vaccination that you need. You would also need to complete a medical questionnaire for every member of the family. There will be a link in your confirmation email stating the link for you to print out the form and complete the questionnaire. You will also need to come along with you a letter or email from the embassy or email from MVC to confirm your case number and your visa category. Okay, so when, like I already mentioned, you go to your GP and let them know that you need a summary of your medical record. Not like the full summary, you just need a summary of your medical record, and that will be given to you. You would also need to go with your ATM card should in case you need to make additional payments outside of the amount you're going to pay for your medicals. If you wear glasses, you need to go there with your glasses or your contact lens. Bring it at the time of your interview. Your medical notes are extensive, more than 10 pages. Then you need to let visa medicals know before you come in for your interview, because then it allows them to give you extra time with the doctor to go through your notes. If you don't inform them about this, then you'll be charged for an appointment slot. So please read the instructions and so that you are compliant with it. Additionally, if you have any transmissible disease such as HIV, you will need to inform the clinic in advance of your appointment so that you would have an additional screening added. Also, if you're pregnant, you will need to advise visa medicals that you are pregnant. If you need an interpreter or a translator, they can actually accompany you, but this cannot be a friend and it cannot be a family member. The validity of your visa medicals lasts for only 6 months. Within the 6 months that you obtain your visa, you have to travel to the United States within this period, or you will need to undergo a new complete medical examination at an additional cost. During your visa medicals, you'll be asked if you need a chaperone. It's an additional person to be there with you. Make sure you have at least 10 working days in between your visa medicals and your interview. So this is to allow the visa medicals 5 working days to process your visa medical results, and then send your results as well as your paperwork back to the US Embassy to process the medicals. Also, during the course of your visa medicals, for adults, there'll be a chest x-ray. For children, it will basically be physical examination, taking their height, their weight, and additionally an eye test to be done for everyone. That is part of the medicals, and then asking you questions about the medical history and further reports that might be concerning in the form you've given them. You might also be asked if you have allergies. You might be asked if you have any adverse reactions. It will be good for you to be truthful to them during your course of visa medicals so that you are more successful at it. Let's talk about the payments and the prices. For adults who are 18 years and over, if you're in the UK, the cost is £385 per person. For children 15 years to 17 years, the cost is £355 per person. And children aged 0 to 14 years, the cost of visa medicals is £165 per person. Now, payments for these medicals needs to be paid on the day of your visa medicals, on the day, by cash or by card. Okay, they don't accept cards that the owners are not present, so it has to be a card in your name or in the name of someone who is there. And they don't accept American Express, they don't accept checks, they don't take payments over the phone, Apple Pay. If you wish to change your or cancel your appointment, you need to inform them at least 3 working days to avoid cancellation fee of £100 per person. The next thing we're going to talk about will be the vaccinations that are required. So I'll tell you what vaccinations are required. For the COVID vaccination, it needs to be at least within 1 year. So if your last COVID vaccination was over a year, you would need to pay to have COVID vaccination, either outside the visa medicals and you're coming in with the evidence, or you would need to ask them if they have COVID vaccination available before your interview so that you do not waste time going and they don't have that available. So for children aged 12 and over, those are the ones expected to have COVID vaccination. So if your child is less than 12 years, they are not expected to have COVID vaccination. Other vaccination requirements are according to the applicant's age. So we have the diphtheria, tetanus. For children who are from birth to 1 year, they are not expected to have that done. For 2 months up to 6 years, yes, they need to have the diphtheria, tetanus vaccination. For children 7 years and above, they are not expected to have it, but if they've had it, then it's a plus. There is DTaP and there is Tdap. So the tetanus diphtheria is expected to be for children who are 7 years and over. So 7 years and over is DTaP. So the DTaP is like a booster dose, so it's expected for them to have it. The polio vaccination or the IPV for children who are less than 1 month, they are not expected to have that one. For children 2 months up till the age of 17 years, they are expected to provide proof of their polio. For people who are aged 18 and over, they are not expected to have proof of that vaccination. Measles, mumps and rubella, the age requirement is from 1 year until 64 years. So you need the MMR vaccination. You need the proof of your MMR vaccination. The next one is the rotavirus. So for the rotavirus, 6 weeks to 8 months has to provide proof of rotavirus vaccination. For the Haemophilus influenza B, 2 months up till 6 years has to provide proof of Haemophilus influenza B vaccination. For the hepatitis A, for the age of 12 months up till 17 years, have to provide proof of vaccination for hepatitis A. They also have hepatitis A vaccination at the visa medical. So if you've not had this, then there will be that available. For hepatitis B, children from birth up till 18 years need to have a proof of this hepatitis B vaccination. The meningitis A vaccination needs to be provided for children. The meningococcal A, the proof has to be from 11 years to 17 years. The varicella vaccination has to be from 12 months down till 64 years. That they have to provide the proof of that vaccination. Then for the pneumococcal vaccination, 2 months up to 59 months has to provide a proof of pneumococcal vaccination. So for the influenza vaccine, you need to provide a proof of this from 2 months, and children above 6 months need to provide a proof of that's 1. So for the flu, I think if you've had the flu vaccination, then which is the influenza, then it's to cover for you. I hope this helps, and I hope that this goes a long way in preparing for your visa medicals. If you find this video valuable, even if you don't find it valuable, please give it a thumbs up to support my channel, and it's completely free of charge. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye.